On today's asset review, we look at electricity. Do you feel empowered?
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Bombombi's asset review for City Skylines. I'm Bombombi and as always you're very welcome. Well, today we're featuring on electricery and today's very first asset is the electricity substation by Petric. And this is a nice little thing. It's only 2 squares by 2 squares. So it's quite small and nitty. And it's completely free placement, which is always a good thing. And apparently, although I've not done it myself, you can place this under bridges, as long as the bridge is tall enough, of course. And that's a pretty cool thing because under bridges is wasted space unless you've got a road down there. And I think that, let's go down the street level there. I think this is a pretty cool thing. It doesn't produce an awful lot of electricity, but it does produce. And if you've got a bit of wasted land, this is a perfectly fine thing to stick in that place. And I'm going to give this a very hearty, because it's a very nicely produced piece of work, 4 stars. So today's first asset, 4 stars, and I really can't recommend this enough. Get it, download it, use it straight away. And so we move on to today's second asset, which has gone from the sublime to, frankly, the ridiculous. And this is the Drosovias potato power plant. Now, obviously, it's a power plant which is powered off of potatoes. And we have some very giant, rather bizarre looking potatoes. Oh, they're kind of croquettes, I guess. They're not really potato looking, but certainly are weird. It's actually a bizarre building, very nicely designed, I've got to say. In terms of shape, it's very pleasing. In terms of ludicrousy, it's right up there. And let's face it, you know, sometimes ludicrous is good. And this is quite a nice, it's a nice looking building. And if you don't mind the craziness of the thought. And you know, there are no vodka byproducts from this. It is good, and of course with all this extra electricity, we'll have all the heating on, and all of our residents will be roasting. See what I did there? See what I did there? Nah, I know. I'm not as funny as I like to think I am. Never mind. Anyway, do I like it? Yes, I do. Will I be using it in any of my cities? Not the current ones, although you never know in the future. Do I recommend it? Well, it's producing 40 megawatts, unlike the electricity substation before, which was producing just 2. So it is actually does actually serve a decent purpose. So I would recommend it, yes. So there are just a couple of extra points of note to make before we come to a final decision on this potato power plant. First of all, when you click on it, it's actually a coal powered. So not potato powered, but coal powered. So that's an interesting thing, although I suppose the inbuilt systems in the game don't allow for potatoes. But that's a spud you don't like. Anyway, it's coal powered, so you have to have a supply of coal coming to you there to have that cut off from the world. And the other thing, this was interesting, I was looking to see exactly how large the footprint was, and it's 7 by 7. But then I noticed, hang on a minute, it's these. Hang on, let me remove this. These areas here aren't used. Are these actually available? So I've come down and grabbed a 1 by 1 square. So here we go. And yes, I can put down a 1 by 1 square here. And I can put it down here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. In fact, you can put it down all the way along there, and it doesn't actually affect it. So anyway, as I was saying, there's an interesting glitch with that you could exploit, but certainly the areas around the outside of the Drovosvilias potato plant these are buildable areas. You can actually make good use of those. and I'm going to give this. I can't see many people using this in general use, so I can't get it up in the top echelons, but it's certainly worth 3 stars. So there's 3 stars from Bonbon for the Drossovias potato power plant by Drossovias. So this next one, this is a little bit different. Although this actually comes under the electricity category, it's not actually a powered substation or anything like that. It is the powered overpass. Now, it's not actually producing any megawatts, but it is self-powered, so it can stand alone. And what's more, it can help electricity jump. So if you're looking for something that doesn't look like an electricity pylon to jump between 2 sides of a road as a bit of a connector, then this is actually not too bad. Now, how on earth would I use this myself in a city? I don't know. That said, though, I can actually see myself using it at some point. Now, the downside of this, other than the fact, like I say, that it has no, doesn't actually generate any power, so it's just a standalone object rather than a generator as such. The downside of it is the roads that you're using will have to be grass lined, as we have here, because the middle of, if I let's delete a little bit of road around it. So there we go. If I delete this and that on that side, as you can see, part of the asset is actually grass road. So if you're one that's not going to be using the grass lined roads, you don't really want to use it, then I'm afraid it's not going to fit in, because what you'll end up with, if I come over this side and show you, connect that one with that one, and as you can see, it's done the road narrowing part here with the crosswalks, and especially now if you have it on same on this side, of course, let's come over here, and of course it will only fit over a 2-lane road as well. Come over here and connect to there. See, that just looks a bit ludicrous. So you are very much restricted to, there's traffic calming, I guess. Traffic calming? Oh, I guess that you could use that as a traffic calming measure. So, do I like it? Kind of. Will I be using it? Possibly. Do I recommend it? Maybe. How many stars am I going to give it? Tough call, that one, I think. Let's beg your pardon. Let's come back to that. Let's have a look. I can't give it more than a 3. It's not so bad that it's going to score a 2. It's going to give it a nice round solid 3 stars for the powered overpass by Populous. And today's final asset is the oil platform by Bypass 91. And upgraded for After Dark by Hooligan. It produces 20 megawatts, obviously it's self-powered, and you just plonk it in the water wherever you like, and that is good. And I would imagine that to connect this to the power lines, you're going to need to run some either underwater cables, which are available. I was planning to put them into this update, but I figured there are more interesting things to look at than underwater cables. Or you can just have some overwater cables. One way or another, you need to connect this to get the full benefit of it, although it does look very nice indeed. Loving the porta cabins and everything about it. It looks right. And this was on the verge of getting my my second ever, I lie, not the first, the second ever 5-star review for an asset. Unfortunately, when I ran the After Dark, as you can see in the top corner there, we're in pitch black. I have no idea why, as this has been updated for After Dark, and After Dark it remains dark. So whether that's something that I've done wrong or some glitch with my program, I don't know. Fact is, though, it is a beautiful looking asset, and if you don't mind having it not lit up at night, then this is definitely one for you. It was going to be 5 stars because it is spot on. It is absolutely perfect, except for No lights on an After Dark update. If this was the prior version, then I would say, yeah, there's your problem. This is not. This is the After Dark version, and it doesn't light up, so therefore, it's just going to get 4 stars. So 4 stars from me for the oil platform by Bypass 91, upgraded by Hooligan, and that's about all I can say for this. Of course, don't forget to join me next week for more assets on the asset review. Don't miss Friday's Barnes County, and don't miss Monday's big Diamond City update, where we are going to be pushing this city to the limit. So that's it. I've been Bombombi playing Cities Skylines and looking at the assets. Don't miss the next episode, and thanks for watching.